for my favorite part of the show. What'd that say? Talk to the audience? Oh, God, this is always death. All right.
All right. So we got a question from Tyler K.
Thanks,
who asked, yes, thank you. And please send your questions in. We love to go through them. We love to look at them, despite how much Ryan groans and moans when we get them. All right.
That's why we put up the Krusty reference,
Yeah, no,
don't we?
I don't think Brennan
Krusty the
or
Clown.
Aaron have seen that one yet, so they'll enjoy it.
No, they gotta see it.
Yeah, they'll get to see it later. All right. So Tyler K asked how the Ukraine-Russia war impacted agriculture and medical supplies, the impact of farming yields, and the effect on your grocery prices. So, the Russian invasion of Ukraine had an immediate impact on prices, notably on grains and energy, as they are major exports for both of the countries. Prices were rising already across much of the world, but following the initial invasion, prices spiked. Wheat prices shot up nearly 50%, potash, a key ingredient for fertilizer, by 50%, and crude oil by roughly 30%. However, these commodity prices have come down closer to the pre-invasion levels over the past few months. Grain yields have been higher in Canada, Russia, and the US. Canada particularly had a bad yield last year, which contributed to the rising prices before the invasion. And now that that's lapsed, we're starting to see that prices from Canada have been coming down. Ukraine has seen a significant decrease, though, in the expected wheat yield of 38% due to the war, but yield forecasts have been going up slightly over the past few months, but they're still significantly lower compared to last year, the pre-invasion numbers. But just because the crops are producing does not mean prices will immediately come down or even over time. In July 2022, the Ukraine, Russia, Turkey, and the UN agreed to open a safe passage corridor over the Black Sea for grain exports. The corridor was the core reason why grain prices fell to their pre-invasion level. So, yeah, there we are. Sorry, I had it on the wrong slide. So food as a whole has increased 9.8% since last year. Some notable changes are flour and flour-based mixes increased by 23.5%. This is due to being a near commodity, so they're moving very closely aligned with commodity prices, where some products won't move close to commodity prices. So you'll have your very processed foods, your pre-packaged meals, they move on their own schedule. They don't really follow commodities. But unlike the grains, pork has actually decreased in prices. This is primarily due to pork was already being a higher price, but not seeing that increase is also a bit nice. As well, just a reminder that CPI is an average, so regional variance may occur. So don't be complaining to me when you're in Vancouver and you've seen prices soar. Yeah, you know who I'm targeting that at. Yeah.
Aaron's losing it.
Yeah, they're both going insane. All right, going forward, assuming the current trends continue in the underlying commodity prices, foods on a whole will start to plateau with maybe some small increases, or they'll start to subside and slowly drop. Don't expect sudden drops like we saw in the rising. Expect slow drops, particularly in those near commodity prices like flour, and less of those prepackaged meals. On a quick note, because Tyler asked about it, on medical supplies, unlike food supplies and energy supplies, medical supplies are not impacted by the invasion very much. Ukraine and Russia are essentially non-players in the market on the global whole. Canada only saw a 4.4% increase in health and personal costs, so that's below your CPI. So it's compared to other things, you're seeing less, even though I know certain medical supplies have seen spikes. That's generally due to supply issues, which can be solved quite quickly if supply is able to be increased, or it can just never be supplied on the other hand. All right. Yeah, sorry. Cats. Yeah, this is going a great segment. Cats coming in and sneaking around as well. But that being said, the Russian medical industry, you're not going to be seeing prices. So if you are listening to us from Russia, you're the one person who is. Prices are going to be increased as sanctions and companies in general are pulling out of the country, causing logistics and price increases. And I hope that answers your question, Tyler. I'll open that up to you guys.
Awesome.
And to the many Russians who are viewing this right now, because we pull very highly in the Russian segment right now. So
Well, we
we're
used
glad
to
we
before
covered
we added
that.
them to the sanction list.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, eggs were up 11%,
terrible.
year
Yes,
over
I
year.
put that in just for you.
Brennan literally, just to let everybody in on the running joke, Brennan literally eats 15 eggs a day. So,
It's not a
That's
joke.
not true.
This is
It's not even a
affected him.
joke.
A couple
Yeah,
eggs
it's not
a day.
even no.
A couple eggs a day.
Yeah.
They're a superfood, I'm
15
telling
is
you.
a couple. It's yes, no, it's good. Okay, well, no, but I think that was a great summary for that, and I think Tyler should be very thankful. And now I learned that that's why everything flour and flour based was up so much in the past year, and that's why when the family's baking around here, it's running my wallet dry. So I guess that's what happened.
Yeah, it's going to
Should
be
we
interesting
go-
to see what fertilizer prices do too here. Like, I mean, I know that they have been pulling back. There was an interesting fertilizer company that we've been looking at and monitoring, but it becomes delicate
out
when,
of country, like, right?
Yes,
is what you're talking
exactly.
about.
Yeah, you know the company that I'm talking about. They're out of country, but it becomes delicate when you're putting your capital at work in a business where they are going to see potentially the price of fertilizer come back from very, very elevated prices.
Very similar to the grain trajectory. And
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And even energy, they're all very correlated right now. So commodity markets are just, as a whole, just volatile.
Yeah, without a doubt.